What's going on? This is Sincerely Lutfy sitting here having a really personal moment this time with Miss Ray Shonda herself. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm glad to have this moment with you. Are
Yes.
you ready for this?
I think I'm ready for this. Are you ready for
I am not.
this?
I never know what you're going to ask. And you better not have me crying, okay?
Well, I hope to not have you crying, but if so, somebody bring you some tissues.
Okay.
Yeah. hmm
I'm ready.
So you are a businesswoman through and through, and you dabble everywhere from fashion to politics, but you're also an author, and
Yes.
you got 4 books.
Yes.
What inspired you to give back in that way?
Well, it's a only a few percentage of us that read actual books. I wanted to do the children's book because I am a diversity advocate. I believe that when you are reading, when you are in theater, at the movies, on TV, you like to see yourself. So my ABC She's Brown Like Me is a way for young girls and boys to learn their alphabet, but also learn a little bit about Black history and the women that are part of that history. So that was amazing. My book that I absolutely love, 365 Days, is called For Someone Before Bed.
Mm,
So we do affirmations. People think of you doing them in the morning, in the daytime. So
right.
this is at night. This
Okay.
is something you would read and takes you through the whole year. You read a page and then you write down your thoughts and you go to sleep.
Okay.
Like when you get those thoughts out, whether they're good or bad, you just sleep better.
Mm,
So that is the tool for that. My A Diva's Guide to God was just taking everyday situations and breaking them down in a way that would it's easily digestible and people
mm,
can understand,
okay.
right? I'll give an example. I was talking about skincare. People hate going through the breakout portion of skincare. But that is actually after you have done your skincare routine or been to an
Mm,
esthetician, they will tell you you may experience breakouts. Why? Your skin is purging.
yep.
So in life, we hate those breakout parts. Or
Mm,
when people say, I want my hair long, but I don't want to go through the growing out phase of
right.
it. You have to go through that ugly part to get to the
Mm,
great part. So
yes.
I take things like that
Okay.
and in A Diva's Guide to God and just break them down to everyday lessons.
Mm,
So that is something that I'm
I like
excited about.
that.
Yeah,
I heard all of that, but what I pulled from that was sometimes it gets worse before it gets better.
exactly it. That's
And I love
exactly
that.
it.
That's real poignant right there.
Thank you.
Like that. Now there is a book, and if I'm not mistaken, is it? Damn, let me write this down before I forget.
Yeah, well, that is a journal.
It's a journal.
Yes, that is
Okay.
a journal because we always say that.
Okay.
We always say, "Oh, I'm not gonna forget this," and we do.
Yeah.
So I came up with a journal, and it's just really that's the name of it because damn, let me write this down before I forget. You can put it in your purse, but put it in your backpack. But long as you take those, and people forget, you
Yeah.
have notes on your phone.
All the
You
time.
can write it down, but
Mm.
people don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that like pen to paper, you can definitely get
Baby, I
damn.
got
Let me write this down.
a phone full of voice memos and little written memos. And I told
Oh,
myself one of these days I'm gonna comb through there because it's probably tons of content. I done wrote
you haven't
songs.
went back and listened to
I ain't listened
those?
to it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
if you're anything like me, you might sometimes sing into a voice memo and create a song. So I could probably got an album in my voice memos
I don't even want to talk about it. Why are you singing into your voice note?
because sometimes you feel inspired. You can wake up from a dream. You might be riding down the street and something come to you, and then you just real quickly, Siri, open up voice memo, and then you start, and it ain't got to be, on key, but it's there for you to come back later
Okay.
on and make something out of it. So,
Okay. Oh,
you might hear an album.
leave it up to you.
hmm
Okay. Singing voice notes to yourself. Okay. Noted.
So we all know that you are like this internet sensation at this point. You're a social media treasure, and you know
Oh my
this.
Lord.
So with all of like the fame and the attention that you get, how does that impact your personal or even your love life?
It does not.
Okay.
Um, no, I lied. It does. It does because you then have to sort through people
Yeah.
and you don't know if they are coming into your life because they genuinely like you or as on some fan behavior or just to be nosy
hmm
in your life. And that's being in relationships or
Yeah.
just platonic
Yeah.
friendships. You're more guarded or should be more guarded.
It's very weird
Yes.
having fame. Now I have a pinch of the fraction of fame that you
I
have.
don't think that I'm famous.
I mean, I would say the same thing about me, but your following is huge.
Yeah.
And so technically, you're famous. When you walk into a room, does somebody know who you are?
Yes.
You're famous. That's how it works. That's how it works.
Well,
And see, this is the real fame. Well, then again, I don't know. I think the real fame is when they know your face but may not know your name.
yes. Yes.
They know who you are and they'll associate it. You do the brunch,
Uh-huh.
you do the
You do
and
the you're the check the board lady.
check the
Or
board
they'll
lady.
ask me about nutmeg. Or
Uh huh.
on flights, they won't know unless I say like they hear me talking to the flight attendant.
Uh huh.
And
And
it's
then
like, I
suddenly
know
they
that voice. You're the yeah. It happens.
yeah. So that happens to me too sometimes.
See?
Probably not as much as you though. But I get what you're saying because there are times when I go, I don't know, anywhere. I could be anywhere, and I will meet somebody for the first time to me,
Yes.
and they know exactly who I am,
Yes.
or I'm the balloon guy. They
See?
don't know my name.
Exactly.
So I get it, and it is weird because you never know who's really trying to be your friend,
Yes.
or if you're dating from social media, you don't know if they're really wanting to date you or your online persona. And so
Exactly.
that's very interesting because for me, sincerely, Lutfy and Lutfy are two different entities. Although they share a lot of the same characteristics, it's one person. But the temperament and the interest sometimes vary. I'm bouncing all over, social media. I'm lively,
Right.
but at home, I'm real chill introvert, like we spoke
Yes.
before, and I just want to relax.
And see, for me, I'm not that online or at home.
Okay.
I'm not bouncy or bubbly. I am the same. I am
Yeah.
the same person because it is difficult. I want people to know they are getting me. So you are interviewing other people. You have to have energy and stuff. It's just me with my content. So I'm pretty straightforward. I say what I mean. I mean what I say. So when people meet me, they're like, "Oh my God, you are absolutely the same."
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I'm kind.
Okay.
I'm nice to people. I'm not gonna say I'm kind. I'm a good person. So I'm friendly and warm. And that's something that's growing up in the South. That's just what we are.
So you identify yourself as a black lesbian woman,
Absolutely.
and you've known this since you were in the second grade.
Second grade, yes.
What brought on this knowing, and then even further, what was like your coming out story?
Well, me knowing that I was attracted to girls in a small little town, that was just not gonna fly, right? And because I didn't know what it was, I didn't know why I didn't like boys like that. They really just got on my nerve.
Yeah.
And so in that, trying to force myself to be, even getting pregnant at an early age. I got pregnant at 13, my first time having sex, and I'm like, this is just not
Yeah.
the deal. First of all, again, I had no business doing it. And then when I did it, it was horrible, right? Neither one of us knew what we were doing. We weren't supposed to be doing it. So then I come out to my mom. I think I was 17, right before college. I was like, hey, I really, I like girls.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you. I don't want my vagina beat up on. Pat, look, what's going on? And my mom was like, okay. Like she didn't really have a reaction. My dad didn't have a reaction. It was probably the rest of my family because again, we grew up Southern Baptist. And my aunts and everybody's calling, and then my cousins start coming out. So now I'm being accused of spreading the
Oh
gay.
shit.
Now, and they're older than me. They was like, Shonda's spreading the gay. And
Maybe they spread it into
I
you.
was like, no, it's just who I am. And I found freedom in college. I
Okay.
did college for um, 2 semesters, and then I went to the Army to finish my degree there. And that's where I met my ex-husband. And my family was like, you should just try it. Just see if it works, right? And I'm like, I told him when I met him, I know that you like me, but I have a girlfriend, sir.
Yeah.
I do not like.
Yeah.
So to end up married with children, and I had to make a decision, right? Am I going to stay in a marriage that I know I don't want to be in? Like, no. And there are plenty of women that are and still do. Or am I going to raise these children alone in a happy home where I'm fully myself?
Right.
So I had to come to terms with what that looks like. When they tell you, even in the Bible, it says count up the cost, right? You have to be for real. Like this can change your whole life. And for me, I just could not. And it wasn't fair to him or me.
Mm-hmm.
to be in a relationship that I didn't want to be in. So me coming out um was easy because again, I don't know because my mom accepted me. So I don't know, but I'm saying this
Yeah.
because I know who I am.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who accepts me or not. I don't have to come out anywhere. I move about the world the way that I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something now that even my friends that are in their 30s and 40s who have still not come out to their family, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
In 2024?
And I feel like your family always knows,
Yes.
especially for guys. And I say for females too, but from my perspective, guys, like once you hit 35 and you have no kids and you're not bringing around some baddie,
Right.
you probably have a living roommate. It's a guy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, as a mother of four beautiful children who are all full grown adults
Yes.
now, and with you mentioning that you had your firstborn at 13 years old,
Yes.
how did that experience shape who you are today?
Oh my God. It was life changing. It really was. Down to the fact that I was in denial that I
Mm,
was. And I remember my aunt asking me while sitting in my room, but my bedroom door was cracked and I could see my mama sitting in her room. And I just could not bring myself to tell her
mm,
because she was like, if you are, we can take care of that. At that time, I didn't know what she meant, but now I know what she meant.
mm-hmm.
But I was terrified
Yeah.
to say that I was. And so by the time that I did admit that I was, it was too late.
Mm,
Um, and just walking the halls of eighth grade pregnant, um, shameful. For me, I felt like not just for me, but like for my family. People thought differently of my mom and dad and things like that, which it had nothing to do with the
yeah.
decision that I made. Um, and teachers that didn't want me in their classrooms.
Mm,
Um, and of course, I had a great few teachers that were like, "You're not the first teen mom, and you won't be the last, and you're gonna do great things, and keep going." But the loss of friendships,
yeah.
all of that changed me. It just showed me how fickle people are,
Mm-hmm.
even children. But things that we learn, but then the ones that stayed with me, we are friends to this day. I'm
Yeah.
talking about 30-year
Wow.
friendships, right? Um, and to see where I am. But it shaped me in a way. It just opened my eyes at an early age of how life is and how people are,
Mm-hmm.
which is why now I rarely even say phone numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, and my son's father passed when he was 2.
Mm.
He died in a car accident.
Sorry to hear that.
So I really became a single mom after that. So life, that little piece of my life really changed me and showed me this is why I show up for people now because it could be you. And I want to be the person that I wish I had there. Now, my mom and my dad, spectacular.
Okay.
My mom made sure that I never missed a day of school. Every day during the week, she would pull the crib into her room. And on the weekends, she's like,
Oh.
don't forget, that's your baby.
Oh.
So she
Mm-hmm.
had him during the week. I had him on the weekend.
That's sweet.
But yes. And then, of course, his dad's parents also participated. So
That's
I had
good.
a good support system.
Good. It says, what, we need a village to
Yes,
raise a
definitely a
baby.
village.
So good. I'm glad that you had that in place. Do you think at all having that baby so young inspired like your hustle mentality?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Because I have to go even harder now.
Yeah.
My mom said that, like, there's no excuse. I graduated in the top 10 of my class and went on to the military, but I knew I had to.
Yeah.
Also, where we lived, I was like, I know that there's a life outside of here, and I have to get that for me and my son.
Mm, I
Yeah.
love that. So, of course, as you identify black lesbian woman, you are a black lesbian mom.
Yes.
And to my understanding, you have a child who has gone through the trans experience
Yes.
from female to male.
Yes.
How was that moment for you as, black lesbian mom? And then how was that for your child?
It was, let me say this. I want my children to live the most open, fullest life ever. I always say that my youngest, she's 21, that she is the healed version of me. She is the
Mm,
one that, not saying that she didn't go through anything, but her childhood, she was able to, nothing was taken away from her.
okay.
that changed her in such a way, like teen pregnancy or
Okay.
SA or anything like that.
Hmm.
It really just, I love the freedom that she lives in. So my son coming to me and telling me, I already knew,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
knew, right? I was like, you're gay, but there's something.
Hmm.
Yes. So um, I was very supportive.
Okay.
And of course, he was grown when he decided. He's 29 now. So I think it's 19, 20. But I was like, I'm proud of you because who wants to be uncomfortable in a body you got to be in until they put you in the ground?
Yeah.
So whatever makes you happy, I'm here,
Yeah.
right? And that's how we are now.
Wow. Are you or your son fearful with what's going on now with the
Oh,
politics?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We talked about this maybe a week and a day ago.
Mm.
um, about moving, right?
Yeah.
We're in Kentucky. And I was like, I need to get to a blue state immediately. And more importantly, I want him in a blue state
Hmm.
immediately. Now, for him to say this, which he hates, but you couldn't tell, right? He's
Mm.
just a man.
Mm.
And he hates that people are like, they don't even know that I'm part of it. They just think that I'm a straight man.
Yeah.
But yes, so it is heartbreaking to think that we have to leave a place that we love, but also it's the reality of where we live,
Yeah.
and everybody's not accepting, and they wish harm, right? Just being black. So to be black or queer or black and gay or black and anything else is just an
Hmm.
added,
Mm.
So that's why when people are like, you chose this, there's no way in the world that
Yeah.
people would choose to be gay. We're already black.
Yeah.
They want to be black and gay, and then to the ones that are not black but are gay, why? To
Hmm.
be subjugated to this foolishness, we don't choose to deal with
Mm.
this. This is who we are, and we've been here since the beginning of time. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is important that I let him know that I hear his voice and his concerns, and if we have to move, we have to move.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'm brushing off my passport. I think it's about time to Brazil,
Yes,
Germany. I don't care at this point.
something.
We need to go
Portugal.
somewhere,
I heard
figure it
Portugal
out.
was good.
Just go back to Africa.
You know, somewhere other than here.
We need something, a
Okay,
refuge. Hmm.
and I'm glad all of them have their passport. All of my children.
So again, we spoke about your sexuality. We know, all about how you get down for the most part. But you spoke about being a vet.
Yes.
How was that experience with, I guess maybe owning who you are? Did you own the lesbian part of your womanhood when you were in the army?
Mm, it is different being a cisgender woman. Um I'm assumed to be straight when I walk in a place. So I don't, if you don't ask me, if we're not dating, you don't know.
Okay.
So but in like boot camp and AIT and all that, when you're around women and girls, you're not alone. We spot each other. Our gaydar is all over the place.
Yeah.
In the military, I did not have a problem at all with that. But also, again, I'm not mask presenting,
Okay.
so their walk through life is different than mine.
Yep.
Unless a guy is asking me out or something, they don't know. And even then, I might just say no and not have to explain my no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were y'all turning it out in the bunks? Come on. It's just me and you
No, it's
and a few million, billion, billion people listening.
no.
I mean,
Well, no. No, no, no.
you sure?
Well, I don't know.
You don't
Not
know.
me.
You didn't participate,
I didn't
but you
participate
heard some
because I
sounds.
I had a girlfriend.
You had a girlfriend.
I said I had a girlfriend going into the
You
military. I had a
you
girlfriend.
you had a girlfriend. Oh, the same one that. Yeah, okay, I
I
got
had
you.
a
I got you.
girlfriend like going into the military, so I
Yeah.
wasn't even concerned. I don't know.
Okay.
I was just there for a paycheck,
Okay.
right?
I would like that.
And now when I got to Germany,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was a wild time. Yes, it was.
Mm.
It
Mm.
was.
So you've been serving your country. We know that as a vet.
Yes.
But in 2020, you ran for, was it this city district council too?
It's a city council district too.
City Council District 2 in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes.
And during your campaign, you made the statement that you wanted to leave Louisville better than you found it.
Yes.
With everything that you're doing now in life, how do you want to leave this world?
brighter
Mm,
than what. See, here's the thing. I was born drowning inside my mom.
mm,
Right, my mom was taken to the hospital, emergency C-section, all the things, and I always said that the devil should kill me then.
ooh,
He should have took me out when he can, when he
mm,
could, but he can't. Right, so I came into this world fighting, and um, after finding that out about myself, I was like, well, I've always been. That's why everything that's ever happened to me, I just fought my way out of. Right,
yeah,
whether that be poverty, depression, teen pregnancy, domestic violence, sexual assault, everything resulted in me clawing my way out. And
okay,
everything that I leave behind that tried to take me out definitely,
yeah,
definitely either got killed or it had scars in it.
mm,
Because I'm not going down easily
mm,
with any of it. So for me, I want like my youngest and well all of my children
mm,
to I wanted to make sure that they didn't have to have that same fight in them.
right,
They can save that up for another fight. But the things that I've already, been through,
mm-hmm,
I just want them to be able to walk by.
mm, mm,
So it was important to me that, and it's important to me now, even with our women's rights at stake, our LGBTQ rights at stake. Um, it's important for us to fight. It's
yes,
important for me to continue the fight because if we just give up, then what happens?
yeah,
Not just for us, but our children, our grandchildren, and those things. So it is
absolutely,
embedded in me to fight.
absolutely. So you've lived a long life,
Yes,
very detailed, very
yes,
accomplished, and you still have so much more to do.
yes.
If you could now go back to whatever that little baby Ray Shonda was,
Hmm.
who may have been feeling doubtful, maybe hopeless, or whatever. I don't even want to give you the feeling, but if you
Right.
can go back to baby Ray Shonda and let her know anything, what would it be?
You made it. At the end of all of it, you made it. Just know that. I'll probably go back to 12,
Okay.
13 year old. Um, you don't have to fit in,
Mhm.
right? It is important that you stand out, as a matter of fact. Um, you are a leader, so you need to lean into that. Be unapologetically yourself,
I love that.
is what I would tell her.
Mm, I love that. Now, what's something that you would want the world to know about you?
Um, oh, something I would want the world to know about
Hmm.
me. That I love love.
Okay.
I love seeing people in love. It just does something to my heart. But I'm a G, so don't play with me. Okay, that's what I want the world to know. I love love. I am a compassionate person.
Yeah.
I don't play all the time.
Okay.
Hmm.
And before we get out of here, I just have one more. Just one more. Can I ask one
Yes.
more? Okay. What do you want to tell the world? What inspiration, what motivation, what can you give to whoever's listening, watching right now?
Oh my God. One of the most important things that I want people to know is that every day is not a good day, but every day is worth it. And after you get off your knees from praying,
Mm,
you can get on your feet and work.
mm,
That's it.
Faith without works. Faith
Dead.
without works.
Don't start. I'll take off running
Come
right now.
on.
Somebody bring the sheets.
And there you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was good. Come on, Oprah. I thought
Yay!
you were going to say, were you silent or were you silenced? When Oprah said that, she
Oh,
thought that she had ate.
we
And then
still
she did.
rolling.
She did. She's
Were
like,
you silent or were you silenced?
oh, see, somebody should have got that.